Hola from Raquel
and Ricky.
Today we wanted to talk to you a bit about culture shock or transition shock.
And we don't love this terminology.
It sort of has a negative connotation, but it's an actual thing, and sociologists and psychologists talk about the different stages of culture shock. But we're not going to get into that. We just really want to share our personal experiences with moving to Mexico, and in particular Puerto Morelos. We've been here coming up 2 years now, and hopefully it'll be useful or a little bit interesting.
So we're certainly not experts on this subject, but culture shock can occur whenever people leave their home country and move to a foreign country.
And we've had experience of this because I lived in Europe for a while and Ricky lived in Canada for a while. And even though they're both English-speaking countries, we experienced cultural transition or adjusting to society. So stage number 1 of culture shock is the honeymoon stage. And we definitely experienced this. We made a video previously about do we regret moving to Puerto Morelos, and you know, we just fell in love with this town, we fell in love with this country.
And we love travel, we love to discover new cuisines. Mexican cuisine for me was totally new, and we love just finding new cultural aspects.
Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing to feel like this isn't a holiday. This is really our life. It's amazing.
And you have to adapt.
Well, that's the next stage. So the experts say that stage 2 of culture shock is the frustration stage. And it's like life stuff. It's when you're down here and you don't know, we didn't have any friends, we didn't really know very many people, and how do you pay your bills? How do you pay the water, the electricity? How do we get internet? How do we just go about daily life stuff, eh, Ricky?
Yes, and another thing was when we first went to restaurants here, particularly on the colonial side, most of the menus are in Spanish. Mm-hmm. So we had to literally translate the menus every day we went, and I think we got that fairly quickly.
Yeah, because we
didn't have a choice.
We didn't have a choice, but it was good. And it was just sometimes like when you even Google Translate a dish in a restaurant, if it's a Mexican dish, you know, there is no translation. Like we had to learn. And I think in that stage, the frustration stage, it's just information overload. It's so much to learn in a little period of time, eh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Mexican dishes don't translate. It's just regional, it's cultural.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the next stage. Okay, so stage 3, culture shock, is the adaptation stage. And carrying on from what we were talking about last, about food and so forth, we started when we went to the grocery store, Chedraui or Super Aquí, we would buy one fruit or vegetable that was new to us, that we didn't know. And we would take it home, take a photograph of the tag in the market and Google it when we got home. How do you prepare it? And that's literally, well, we still have a lot to learn, but that's how we've started to learn some of these different varieties.
Yes, that's how we started to learn different fruits and vegetables that we didn't know down here.
Yeah. And then by translating the menus, I remember getting the pizza menu and going through all the ingredients on the pizza. I think we learned the pizza words first.
Yes.
But it worked for us, and slowly your vocabulary grows and grows.
And we can pay our bills now.
Yeah.
I mean, almost all bills can be paid at OXXO, but we can also go to it's like an ATM machine where you pay your water. It's not a problem anymore.
It's just learning how to do things and then feeling comfortable with doing things. And I feel like every month we're a little more adjusted, if you like.
We're able to do a lot more things that we used to perhaps rely on Mexican friends to do things for us, but now it's a lot easier for us to be able to do banking, like we say, pay our bills, get our gas refilled, whatever.
And be able to have small conversations in Spanish has been huge for us. By no means are we fluent. I don't even know if we're basic. But we can communicate a little.
And we're getting by.
Yeah.
And the Mexican people are very, very helpful.
Oh my goodness, so helpful and so kind. Just wonderful people. And the other thing with the adoption phase, I guess, or stage, like we would see things like, say for instance, an aloe vera plant with red ribbons tied on it. We're inquisitive people, or maybe you'd say nosy, but we'll ask, like, why do you do that? What's that about? And I find it fascinating, and that's people tie the red ribbons on to keep out negative energies out of their houses, and I don't know, I love stuff like that. So we keep learning and learning and learning. I don't understand all of the holidays in Mexico yet, but I want to know. This is our home country, and
it's definitely not worthwhile to compare your home country with how things are done down here in Mexico.
I agree.
Because I had that problem in Canada, you had that problem in Britain. You look at it with the eyes of your home country.
Yes.
Which isn't a good idea.
No, I think it just makes you homesick more or something. I think it's a mindset, you know, not to be ethnocentric, to try to just understand all you can and love the differences, because that's what makes Mexico unique. That's what makes every country unique. If it was all the same, well, there'd be no point in traveling, really, would there?
No.
Just sit at home. So the final and fourth stage is the acceptance stage. And I think the experts say something like it's when you're totally comfortable in your new home country, that you're adapted to society and culture and totally fluent. I guess we're not quite there yet.
Well, we're not there, but I think the acceptance stage for us was a little easier because we've both done it before.
Yes. And I do feel like we're comfortable. We love it here. We love our life here. But there's still challenges. There's still frustrations. There's still things we just do not understand.
And there's a lot of things that we still have to learn. Even the language, there's a lot obviously that we have to learn, but we still find things on menus that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And we're curious as to what region of Mexico they come from.
Or holidays, you know, when they come up, when the banks are closed. It's a lot to learn. So I think in my experience, well, and I'll speak for Ricky too, we've made a lot of faux pas, and I think we say lo siento a lot, I'm sorry in Spanish, or permiso, or if you smile and apologize for a cultural faux pas or a language faux pas or whatever sort of error, the people are generally so understanding and kind.
They're very kind down here, and I think if you just go with the flow, watch what the Mexicans do, follow along.
If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a comment, and please consider subscribing. Also, we'd like to express our gratitude for the people who have subscribed to the channel and watched our videos. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Have a beautiful day.
Hasta luego.